When introducing students to graphic organizers, don't get caught up in the cutesy. There are tons of graphic organizers on the internet and Pinterest, and teachers pay teachers. And I think sometimes students don't really master these tools because we keep switching it on them. I think you can teach all text structures using 3 graphic organizers. For sequence or chronological text structure, the Storyboard will work. For main idea and supporting details, that would be the Dissected Web. And for all other text structures, I think you're going to use a T-chart. Simply making 2 columns, students can track the causes and their effects, or problems with their solutions. And of course, this will work for comparing and contrasting 2 items. That's the sign of a great tool. It's flexible and adaptable for different purposes. We don't need to teach students dozens of resources and organizers. Let's limit the number to 3 and get good at them. Regarding that T-chart, I think it's obvious for problem solution and cause and effect, but sometimes the compare-contrast option throws teachers. They're thinking, isn't that the Venn? When comparing 2 different items or characters or concepts or body systems or whatever we are looking at, students often put details for one item on this side, but the counterpart, the corresponding information is not parallel. They're just kerplunking it anywhere. And so what we're doing is separating information about item A from item B, but we're not really organized. And they really struggle with what goes here. Not only have I found that the Venn doesn't really help students organize their information as readers or writers, it's also a 4th graphic organizer. If we go back to the T-chart and use it, we can adapt it to really work for us in compare-contrast reading and writing. Although the 2 columns could represent item A and item B, I would actually tweak the T-chart to include a 3rd column, one for the categories. That's what's been missing from the Venn. Although kids are collecting information about the 2 topics, they aren't organizing it. And this middle column, that's the secret. Take note of the additional lines to create rows. This is how we get kids organized. If they're comparing 2 characters, then they have to figure out what are the categories going to be. We're going to compare their problems. We're going to compare their families. We're going to compare their solutions. If they're 2 body systems, we're going to compare their functions. We're going to compare their organs. We're going to compare the other systems they rely on. So you're going to put details for item A still on the left and details for item B still on the right. But now they line up. If it's the same information for both sides, then draw a line or just write same or use the ditto marks. But the secret is keeping parallel information adjacent to each other. The power in any graphic organizer we introduce to students is that it's flexible for all topics, all content areas, and all grade levels. I don't think we need to provide students with dozens and dozens of graphic organizers. I think we can do it all with 3.